Hello, I love figs, but instead of buying a plant, I decided to grow one from cuttings. So when somebody was pruning their fig tree, I jumped at the chance to take some branches off them. I've got some fig cuttings. Well, I say cuttings. One of the fellow plot holders was going to prune a fig tree, so she's given me some of the branches. Unfortunately, she didn't know the variety of fig, but she assured me that it was delicious. I cut these straight off the tree the day before yesterday, but then it was getting late, so I just pushed them into this soil that had tomatoes in it in the summer. So just put it in there for a couple of days because it was late and it was raining yesterday, so I didn't come in. So I thought, well, I'll just put it in there until I get a chance today, just to keep it moist and stop it drying out. Obviously I'm not going to plant the whole thing. I'll cut it into pieces, take some of these figs off, well, all of these figs off, and then I'll put them into pots and we'll see if they root. And just in case anybody asks, that's what I'm using. It's a cocoa mix, a multi-purpose pre-washed cocoa and perlite mix. So it's not got much nutrition in it, but we don't want that. We just want the cuttings to root in that. Once the cuttings root and leaves start to come out from the top, we can pot them up into something better. But for the moment, this will do, because we want something that will retain moisture but also allow plenty of air. Some of these pieces are quite good, like this big piece, this really big piece. It's got a shoot there, got another shoot there, another one there, another one there. You can see little buds there, so I'll be able to get a few good cuttings off that one. And then the smaller ones are still okay. So we've got a mix of hardwood and softwood cuttings. Right. I've got my pots filled. Now these are tall pots, so they're good 25 centimeters deep. This one is even deeper because I'm going to put multiples in each one. Now I am going to use rooting hormone on the bits I've cut, but because I've stuck it into the compost, I'm not going to put that into the rooting hormone. So I'm going to do an experiment where the big pot is going to have the ones without the rooting hormone and the others will have the ones with the rooting hormone, and we'll see if there's any difference. Now I've cut these all at an angle, you can see better, so we know which way's down and which way's up. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because with these you know anyway, but that's what you'd normally do if all you had was sticks. So let's cut these and put them in. Okay, I'm going to start with this big one. So this is the big piece, that's the end that was in the compost. So I'm going to cut there, or just about there. I might bury that one and cut there, bury that one, let that one be the top of that one, and then that can be another one. So I'll cut those and come back to you. Obviously these figs are going to go. I've got 4 pieces off that. You want nice long pieces, so I think these should be okay. So this was the end that was in the pot before. When I cut it, I put it in there to keep it moist, so all I do is just shove it in, all the way in. I just cut that fig and all the saps come out of it. Right, the others get dipped into the rooting hormone, and I'll just make a little hole with a stick. Not all the way down to the bottom of the pot, because you want a little bit, you don't want it touching the bottom. Then that can just sit in there. Could have actually been a bit deeper, but anyway, should be alright. And just keep repeating that for the others. So just dip in the rooting hormone. Already made a hole. Put it in, and I'll water these when I've done the others. Okay, I've put those cuttings in. Now just to remind ourselves, these are all the ones that came from the middle, all the black pots. This big pot is the bits at the bottom, which are mainly hardwood cuttings, apart from that one that's got a branch coming off. So we'll see. This one hasn't got any rooting hormone, but these others are being dipped in rooting hormone, so we'll see what happens. Right, the final stage is just to water them a little bit and let the water drain off, because I don't want them sopping wet. I just want a little bit of moisture in that compost. Oh, not compost, the cocoa and perlite mixture, just to make it a little bit damp, and I'll let it drain here for a bit before I put them into trays. They need to go somewhere away from direct sunlight, and the best place is right in the corner of the greenhouse under the benches. The figs can sit here down underneath in these trays, and they should be okay, because we shouldn't get that bad a frost here in the greenhouse. And figs can take a little bit of frost so long as it doesn't get really cold, so they'll be fine in this spot. I'll just let them fully drain before I put them in there. I've got a nice collection of unripe not pigs. I've got a nice collection of unripe figs. If it's this prolific, it should be good. Well, Heather said that these are prolific and very delicious, so I'm looking forward to that. Shame I couldn't eat one of these. And here they are in their winter home, just under these benches in the greenhouse. Hopefully, out of that lot, we should get at least one. And if you get any more, I can give it to other plot holders who will appreciate a free fig plant. So they're certainly not going to go to waste. Well, I'm looking forward to some nice figs in the coming years. In the next video, we'll continue with the allotment clear up. So goodbye for now, and come back soon.